Alright, hello, welcome to today's product review video. I really wasn't planning on this one, or this particular video, but I just recently ordered a TK-3 Tankette from the Polish Army from Kromlech Historicals. It's a new line of miniatures Kromlech is putting out. Currently, they only have models from the Polish Army, but if you're a fan of the Polish Army and you do any model, any bolt action or 28mm World War II Polish Army builds, I tell you, you're going to love the Historicals line just from the variety of models available, things you can't find anywhere else. In that sense, I went ahead and ordered a TK-3 Tankette, which is different than the TKS Tankette from Warlord, which is sitting right here. Both of them are Tankettes, but the TK-3 has slightly different shape to its upper hull than the TKS. There's some internal differences that don't really matter in the game. The TKS was the one that was improved or upgraded to a 20mm, but both the TKS and the TK3 have a 7.62 machine gun. So I decided I wanted to have a TK3 to kind of add some variety to my list. It was about $2.50 US less than the Warlord games. Warlord's TKS is about $24, and the TK3 is about $21.50-ish. It's a little bit lower than that. Now, when I received the package, it comes with 6 pieces. There are a left and right track set, the hull, and 3 detail parts: a rear exhaust, the medium machine gun, and we'll look at details in a second. And then another detail part which I have not found on anything identified on any drawings, but there are some photos that have this detail part. It locates on the rear of the model. Not every TK3 had it though, so I'm not quite sure what it is. I'll have to do some research and figure that out. When I got the package open, I took a look. Of course, it's resin, 3 resin pieces, 3 metal pieces. I figured I'd have some cleanup to do. I was wrong. There's no flash on the resin hull or the track sets. There is a very thin, what I'll call, you can see where there were some gates on the bottom of the actual tread, but you're not going to see that, and it's not really. It doesn't even detract from the look. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and zoom this in a bit, see if we can get any details there. Okay, now you can see right down the middle there's a little bit of a relief there, but this is the inside of the track component, and I'm going to use a paintbrush here to point out some things. Okay, first of all, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mounting locators. Okay, these will actually match up with these locators on the hull. This is a very, very positive way of locating where the track should go. And when it goes on there, it's on there nice and clean. It's flat. There's no real bowing in this like in some. The crisp detail is what surprised me the most. Okay, if you take a look at this compared to the detail on the TKS, let's see if we can get this one. Okay, this is a little, I'll call kludgier, especially if you take a look end on. Take a look at the 2 different tracks. The Kromlech Historicals is much more crisp. You can tell it's separate track links. Even on the inside, there's all the detail parts you'd expect to see. See the Warlord games just plain blank. You have to paint in any type of details to hint that there being some working parts there. So these track sections are amazingly detailed. When you look at the actual hulls themselves, you'll see the rivet detail on the Historicals are much smaller than on Warlord. This is much nicer in my opinion. It's the way I like it. And what floored me completely is on the front of the model, you will see right here and here little eye rings. Now the eye rings are not drilled out, but you can see they are actually contoured, so there is a central depression. Now if you were really ambitious and you wanted to get a number 78, 79, or 80 drill bit, you could drill those out, but I don't want to damage those real fine details. I was surprised they arrived in the package undamaged, so very, very nice. Now, similarly on the other detail parts, there's a locator position here for the exhaust and two parts here for that little detail that goes on the rear. Now, when you look at the machine gun port, it's right here. Again, it fits in. It's not going to be a flush mount. Now, when you look at the actual detail parts, the exhaust itself, so it looks like the gate is probably on the mounting lug, but I'm not entirely certain. The mounting pin. Now, what I like about this is because Kromlech does have this pin, it positively locates and gives you a lot of surface area to adhere that with super glue. Unfortunately, there's the back of the TKS, and you'll see a little gray spot. Well, that's where the exhaust system was glued to this. I still have the part, but there is no locator pin. At the time I didn't pin the exhaust. I'm going to have to go back and pin it here. So again, there's another improvement over the Warlord model. And similarly on here, the mounting pins. So I'll have to actually go ahead and here's the detail part. See if I can get that to show up on the camera at all. Okay. The gate is this bar I'm holding on to. So I'll cut that off and glue that on, and we'll be ready to go. It's a real nice detail. The gun itself is extremely detailed. I'm holding it by one of the gates. See if I can get this to show up really well, because I want you to see the detail on this. It has, I'm holding it, the gun actually upside down, because I'm holding it from the gates itself. There are 4 gates, simple matter of cutting those off and then gluing it in right there to the tank. So there's the details. Now again, it's upside down. Let's turn it over. Really exquisite. Now these are not soft metal castings. So I have a feeling that if I were to bend these, I'm not going to try it. I did not need to straighten these at all when they came. But if they were to have to be straightened, you'd have to be a little careful. I think these are a little bit more brittle. I don't think they'll be able to bend back and forth a lot, like some of the softer metal that Warlord often uses. There's nothing wrong with the soft metal. There's nothing wrong with this metal either. But I think this does hold details better. It's a little bit harder, so it might snap if you have to bend it too much. So I haven't needed to, but that might be a good way to test out Kromlech Historicals customer service if they happen to send you a bent part. So, okay, but again, here it didn't. It came in the plastic bag, but there was no damage at all. So I'm going to assemble this thing and paint it up pretty much exactly the same way as the TKS. And I can't tell you how impressed I am with the details. Now let's go just really quick put the tracks on the side of the body and set the two models next to each other. Overall, they're pretty much, they're sized properly. It's not a case of one being bigger than the other. So I'm liking that. The detail on the bar, for example, this is very choppy, broken up. This is not straight. And even the suspension here, the spring suspension, is very muted. Whereas on here, you actually have the rivets on there. The leaf springs are visible in here. And let's see if I can get some detailed zoom in here as well. So you got the leaf there, you got the separate leaves here, and then the rivets along the side here. All of this is just really fine, as you can see. And again, it looks beautiful side by side. Honestly, when they're painted up, you're not going to really be able to tell too much, except by the size of the rivets. And I'm definitely pleased with the Historicals small rivets. That's honestly what I've been looking for in my Tankettes since the beginning. Right now they do offer a T7 or 7TP, both with the twin turret and the single turret, but they do not offer the Vickers 6-ton yet. They've got cavalry, dismounted cavalry, regular infantry, 2 different uniform types, and they also have a couple armor cars. So check them out. I do recommend them for the quality of their work. So I hope this has been an eye-opener to you, especially if you haven't even known that Kromlech Historicals is out there. Take a look. I'll put a link down in the description to their historical site, and just if it's something you're interested in, great. If not, that's okay. Keep an eye out to see if Kromlech Historicals expands beyond the Polish army. Okay. All right. So thanks for sticking with me. If you will, please share this with any of your friends who happen to like the Polish army as far as modeling and playing bolt action, or other games like Command and Conquer or Command and Control, I think. And let me know what you think in the comments below. All right. Bye bye.